I'm a single girl living in Lagos, Nigeria. I've gone through experiences, lived lives, of course, had careers, done businesses, been in relationships.
Dancing through the night, stronger, bolder, moving with grace, owning her story, she's setting the pace. Step by step, she's breaking the chains, living her life.
Happy New Year. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Temitope Daniel, but most people call me TD. That's my nickname. I love it. It's my initials are my nickname at the same time. This is my first time on radio, so please be kind. Welcome to In Her 40s, Unleashing the Dynamite Experience. This is a show that is raw, is unfiltered. We're sharing life stories, experiences, and basically just gisting about life and how we can make our lives better, so to speak. So personally, for me, I know some people would hear and say, oh, in our 40s, is this show only for people in their 40s? No, it just happened to be when I finally got to a place in my life that I decided to share. And for me, it's been such a fantastic opportunity. I started out being so afraid of being vulnerable, afraid of putting myself out there. And so you can imagine how much of a leap that was for me to finally decide to put myself out there, start a podcast and start talking about my life, my experiences, and not just personal experiences, but also things that you've seen, heard, or experienced through other people as well. And I can tell you it's been fantastic. It's been an awesome time. And not just because I got to share some of those things, but I discovered myself in the process. And I think for me, that was the biggest takeout. And so extending to radio is number one, trying to get to a wider audience, but at the same time also branching out in a way. So we will be having guests on the show, but today is me and you stuck together for today. And it's just basically saying that we're going to be sharing stories, both my experiences, same thing with my guests, just having real conversations, unfiltered, raw, and just basically giving people an opportunity to also explore their lives and explore how things have shaped them or sort of affected them in their lives. So for me, I think it's very important to take stock if you're trying to be a better person at least. So that's where I am at this phase in my life. As they say, 40 is the new 20. So yes, a lot of us feel very young at heart, not just young at heart, but even in our spirits, in our souls. This is a time where you're grammar, unapologetically yourself. This is a period where you don't owe anybody any explanations because you're sort of coming into your own. You're owning your space, you're taking up space, and you're not asking permission to do it. So join me every week. We're going to be here every Thursdays at 5:30. We're going to be having those conversations. We're going to be having fun. We're going to be laughing. We'll share all the numbers where you can send in your messages, you can call in, and also share some of your experiences or some of your viewpoints or feedback based on what we're talking about or the topic for the day. So please feel free. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We're there at In Her 40s. On Instagram. You can also check for me, Temitope Dania. Same thing, my name, Facebook and Instagram. And look for us on all social media platforms. We're available. And podcast also on YouTube as well. But right now on Days FM Live and Direct, we're going to be talking about the age of becoming. And I'll say it's just slightly speaking to how this journey came about. And this journey came about, first of all, in fact, let me explain to you who this babe is. Because I know you can't see me. You're just hearing this, my beautiful, sexy voice, which is fine. But you're going to understand that I'm a young girl. Well, young-ish. I'd say I'm a youngish girl, obviously above 40. I'm getting closer to my mid-40s. Amazing. So yeah, I'm in my 40s. I've gone through experiences, lived lives, of course, had careers, done businesses, been in relationships. I'm a single girl living in Lagos, Nigeria. So all those experiences are going to be coming to bear. And if you know, you know. The streets are not smiling. So it's basically saying that through everything that you've lived through everything that you've gone through, there's always a nugget, a lesson, something that can help you in your future endeavors, as the Igbo people would say, your future endeavors. So please don't mind me. Sometimes the grammar might turn to pidgin. Sometimes the grammar might seem very sparing. Just flow with me. It's a beautiful moment for me. I would say I'm so excited to be doing this with you guys. I'm so excited to be here because I know that regardless of what life throws at us, as long as we're ready, we'll stand gidigba. We'll chest it. And I think that's where this whole conversation came about for me. Because it's understanding that you're not in control of what life will throw at you. You're not in control of certain things or a lot of things. But the one thing you can control is yourself, your life. So, how you think, how you behave, how you react to situations, how you project yourself, how you carry yourself, all those things are in your control. So I decided to take charge of my life and I decided to do something about it and be more intentional about it. So it's not just saying, oh, I want to be a better version of myself. It's saying that there are some things that might need to be changed in order for that better version to come about. Hence, me having to take stock and go back and sort of go through those different experiences, both positive and negative, because they all came to share something. They all came to show you something about yourself. And I feel that because in doing that, you're able to experience a lot more of who you are, or at least understand a lot more who you are. And in doing those kind of things, you'll be amazed. You genuinely will be amazed what will come out of it. And that's why I said it's been exciting for me because I'm discovering myself a lot more. I'm becoming more confident in who I am. I'm validating certain choices that I'm making even more now because I realize that there is a method to the madness, you know. You set goals for a reason, but sometimes if you don't understand why those goals are important, you don't achieve them, you know? So it's basically saying that this whole entire journey started because I wanted to be more intentional about myself. I wanted to choose the kind of life that I wanted to live. And that meant that I had to go back in order to come forward. That's why the whole sharing the experiences became very important for me. And not just because not just because I want to offload what's on my chest. It's also because I genuinely believe that in sharing, you learn more. It's like when you teach, you learn more. So it's the same thing. So you're sharing those experiences because you also want to feel like there are other people out there that might be struggling with the same things you're struggling with. So sometimes when you don't speak out loud, you don't find your tribe. So this is me finding my tribe, finding people who think like me, look, finding people who see life the way I see life, and we can build a community together and learn from each other and for the, as they say, the betterment of ourselves, so to speak. So it's just me putting myself out there to have fun, uh, uh, to have fun, to explore, and just to discover what else life has to offer for me. There's so much more that I've probably not experienced. There's so much more I've not seen or lived through. And hopefully, by the grace of God, I get to live through all those things. But it's just saying that I don't want to die with any form of regrets. I want to go out into the world and do those things that my spirit wants to enjoy. I want to travel the world, meet different people, explore different cultures, eat different types of food, those kind of things. And it's just saying that if you're not intentional about it, you'll be amazed how life just passes you by because you're just so focused on working and making money, paying the bills. And before you realize it, you're 60 years old and you really you haven't lived life per se. You've just gone through it, but you've not genuinely lived it. I want to genuinely live life. Well, I already am, but just say how to do more of it. So even with the little I have or with the little I know, I'm enjoying my life as much as I possibly can, but I want to do it more intentionally. I want to do it knowing that it all adds up. Being a better person is also being true to yourself, being in alignment with yourself. So you would understand that those things matter. You matter. You matter. That's very important. So I had to remind myself that I matter. In the scheme of things, I matter. Regardless of what anybody else thinks, I matter. I'm important. And I can't be more important to anybody else but myself. So I had to take myself more seriously. as a person, as an individual, as a woman, as a daughter, as a friend, as a sister, as whatever it is, whatever title I hold for different people or in different situations, I just decided to take myself more seriously and be more intentional about myself. So, yes, this is the journey. We're sharing it, we're living through it, we're exploring it. So, yeah, I might say certain things you don't agree with. Please feel free. You can share your opinions, your viewpoints. This is a safe space where we're talking about anything and everything, really. We're going to be talking from finances, career, being a woman in Nigeria, the stereotyping, patriarchy, different things, So just generally anything that I would say affects you as a person and things that you can overcome. Because I already mentioned that you're not in control of everything, but the reality is the more in control of yourself you are, the better you can deal with whatever comes at you. So that's what we're doing. We're learning to just be more in control of ourselves so that whatever comes, we're good. Whatever comes, we'll flow with it. Whatever comes, we adjust with it. So you definitely need to hear people's stories. You need to learn from people's experiences because all those things sort of remind you that it's possible. Not just that it's possible for you. It is possible for you. It is possible for me. This version of myself that is sitting here today and talking to you probably did not exist this time last year. But until I decided to take that step forward, until I decided to step into the light, I didn't know what other things life had to offer for me. And now I'm starting, not just starting to see it, I'm experiencing it. And I'm so excited because I know that there's so much, much more that's going to come. And you guys are going to be a part of it, or at least you'll be part of my journey. And I hope to be part of yours as well. So, welcome once again to In Her 40s, Unleashing the Dynamite Experience. And I'll be in your ear regularly every week. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to be in your ear. But I know you like it because, yeah, gisting all around. And sometimes amebo, amebo is sweet. But the main thing is that what are we learning from the amebo? So we might do the amebo, but we also still want to pick something from it because at the end of the day, like I said, is we're learning from our experiences, from our traumas, from our whatever it is. Everything comes to tell you something, comes to show you something about yourself. And I would say this confidently because I'm an emotional intelligence certified specialist, have NLP practitioner, I'm an NLP practitioner, and so I understand that the mind plays a strong part in who you are and how you behave. And I decided to use that to my advantage. So saying that, how does this apply to me as a person? And I will take it from there. So we're not necessarily getting technical, but we're just doing things practically and realistically and just flowing with it, or rather finding the rhythm in the currents the universe is already flowing on. And for me, it's exciting, it's interesting, and I feel like we're going to go on a fantastic ride together. So stay with me, stay tuned, and we'll have so much fun, so much fun. Like I said, we're going to be talking about different topics. We're going to be having fantastic, awesome guests who've also been through life. And genuinely, I think we all have been through life, but it's just say that people who are willing to share their experiences and their stories, because sometimes it's not just what you've gone through, is that willingness to be open and vulnerable with people. And that's what we're about here. We're being open, we're being vulnerable, we're being real. There's no packaging over here. It's just real stories, raw, unfiltered. And that for me is key, is important, and it's fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So, my darling, beautiful people, my name is TD once again, and I'll be in your ears every Thursday having fun. So I'll give you some small gists just for the road, so you have something to look forward to next week Thursday. So I'll tell you a story. I think for me, in my 20s, I used to be a very go-getter, focused kind of lady, one of those people that felt like, oh, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm about, and I went for it. But somewhere along the line, I don't even know how it happened, I just became almost complacent with life. And before I realized it, I was in a vicious cycle. Just work, play small, eat, sleep, and that's it. And ultimately, I realized that I was like a hamster in a wheel. I might have been active, but I wasn't going anywhere. And I think that was when reality hits, because I was like, wait a minute. What's going on over here? How did we get here? What happened? This is not the Tope that we knew before. But it's amazing that this happens to us at different phases in our lives without us even realizing. And I think for me, the moment of reality between the moment I took action was probably a good 10 years. And I'll tell you that for free. And you'll be amazed. A good 10 years before I finally took decision or took action on something to do. So it's just telling you that knowing is not enough until you do something about that knowledge. It's just knowledge. In fact, the person who doesn't know is better off. So like I said, I used to be very on top of my game as a young babe. And then somehow I just found myself stuck in a rut. But now I'm back, bigger and better. We're taking no prisoners. We're breaking down the doors. We're bringing our table, bringing our chair, and clearing space for ourselves. That's what it's about. Stand out to your individuality, celebrate yourself anywhere you are, and do not apologize to anybody for taking up space. It's your right as a human being created by God. Take it, own it with your full chest, as my Nigerian people will say, own it with your full chest because you deserve it and I deserve it, So own that space, let your light shine, and don't explain it to anybody. You really don't need to. Once you are sure and you're good with yourself, that's all you need to know. So that's what we're going to be talking about a lot of the time. Let me tell you, I'll be preaching it in your ear. Let your light shine because I believe all of us were created to shine. So have fun. Love you. It's been fantastic. And I'll definitely be here again next week with a fantastic guest. Awesome guest is a surprise, but I'll let you know soon. And we're going to be having those conversations. See you next week. Bye. It's your girl TD. Tune in next week, 5:30 p.m. Bye.
Dancing through the night, stronger, bolder, moving with grace, owning her story. She said in the